And it would appear that we are live in celebration form, in celebration mode. Yeah, that's fun to watch when it's working well, isn't it? Tennessee crushes, dominates, otherwise owns Missouri. 11th, ranked 11th defense in the country. Let me just type a little message in here in case folks come in. Hang on a sec. Come on in. Let's talk Tennessee football. Okay. We are streaming for the very first time, actually. And just so it's out there, just so you know. So I started this channel about 3 years ago and had some health issues, which I'm going to give you the quick story, culminated in open heart surgery about 9 months ago. A triple coronary bypass, going for the hat trick. And so I was just now cleared here recently to get back to work. Things are good. I'm fine as far as I know. Going to the gym, running and lifting and whatever. And I didn't get to start my podcast until the Kentucky game. So we have been 2 weeks into this. And huge Tennessee fan. I'm a photographer and video editor and videographer. But a major Tennessee fan, right? So here we are, and this is the first time I say all that, not for sympathy, but for context. This is why this is my first live on the YouTube channel. Okay. Now, what do I do? Ooh, average rando. Absolutely. Ramander, called it. Boom. We were both on top of that one, weren't we, sir? Let us go here, and I apologize for any little glitches in this broadcast because, quite frankly, I'm not my first time using the software. Let's go and have a look at the predictions. Okay, so I'm going to go here and just erase this. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, the power rating was 2133. First of all, let's get come on now, help me out here. 66. You bastard. Come on. Okay. So put it over here. 66, 24, right? Why it does that, I do not know. We'll do it this way. Boom. 24. Now, even I, in my horrible math skills, know that that's 32-point margin of victory. According to the power rating, right, this is from the Big Boss Daddy College Football Computer, live this weekend at Lakeland Raceway. My old radio days. I can't help it. Okay, we got Missouri and Tennessee, right? That's the game. And the big question was, how are they going to respond to Missouri, who has a pretty darn good defense, excuse me. The 11th in the country, by the way, who held Georgia to a fourth quarter touchdown to help them win the game, just barely, and held Georgia to 26 points. How many did we get? Oh, we got 40 more than Missouri. Yeah, we did. The offense is back. Like I said, 21-3 was going to produce an 18-point win. All right. These are the power ratings. Typically, the power ratings over, since I think they came out, these particular ones came out in 2005, somewhere in there, the mid-aughts. And there's a 75% chance that this number right here is correct and that wins, just on this number, 75%. Okay. Now, what that means is it's also a 25% chance that it ain't. So, welcome to the handicapper's life, right? So you got to figure it out. You got to dig deep and whatever. When we run the numbers, this is what it looks like. We come up with a score of 52-15. Isn't that wild? For a margin of 36 points for the victory. So my prediction was this. It would be between 18 and 36 points victory for the Tennessee Volunteers. The line most of the week was at 20.5. It then went down. It dropped this morning to 19.5. Okay. Now then, when I looked, and I said in the analysis, the original analysis, that this bothered me right here. Defense efficiency versus Tennessee's offensive efficiency. So these are pretty close. There's only like an 11% efficiency difference in these two. And I also told you that, well, you know, this team is not going to stop Tennessee, but they're just going to annoy the hell out of Tennessee, which they did the entire first half. All right. So they were annoying. But you can only, and so in the second half, and then when, you know, you start getting tired and you start not playing to your potential, and then all of a sudden Tennessee just goes nuts like they can do. Hang on a second. I have some notes here. What do I really want to do? See, what I do is I chart. You can see it. I chart every possession, right? And I just to remind myself what happened, and make my little nasty cursey words on here so I don't have to say them live on the broadcast in case your children are watching. So final score 66-24. 32 falls right into this little pocket here. I did say that I thought it would be closer to 24, but hey, I'll be wrong about that. I'm not proud. Not a big deal. So congratulations and kudos to Tennessee. Let me check and see what we got going on here in the chat. Thank you all for showing up. Average Rando, GBO, what a game. Yes, it was. Remander, you can't hear me. You can't hear me? Really? Get closer to the mic. Man, I'm chewing on the mic as it is. Oh, now you have it. Okay, Remander. Good. I knew they would cover big. They made it interesting in the first half, but I love seeing Milton. Wasn't that incredible? Are you kidding me? Milton's going to come back. There is nothing that would stop Milton, because Milton is the guy. You know, they got these freshmen. We got one freshman now, and we got the $8 million freshman coming in, Nico Imalavia, or whatever his name is. I can't say. I haven't learned to say it yet. I guess I'm going to have to learn that. But Milton will be back, because they'll massage him with a nice NIL deal to have him come back for a year before he goes to the pros. And he's got nothing to go to the pros on right now. But if he comes back to Tennessee and has a pretty big year next year, he's got a shot at at pros. And the thing is, Milton has learned how to be a quarterback under Heupel. That's what's exciting. And Remander, you are 100% correct about. I can't think of his first name. What's his name? Sampson. I can't. What's his first name? I wrote it down here. Dylan Sampson is his name. Now, this kid is a freshman, and he is the future running back of Tennessee, number 24 for those of you who don't know, because you don't get to see a lot of him. And anytime he's been in there, he's just been brilliant. Now, the reason that they don't play him more is because he's not a good pass blocker yet, right? They're going to have to work on that. But when it's in a situation where the pass blocking is not primo, you notice Jabari Small, number 2, is in there, or Jalen Wright, 20, is in there when they need some pass blocking, right? So he's just not the all-around back yet that he will become eventually. But, man, he is so good. I can't stand it. 66-24. Now, I'm very annoyed about the 24. I mean, when we look back at this, and maybe you guys, let me just throw this out there and let you tell me what you see, what you saw. Look at this. So here is their Missouri's offensive efficiency, as opposed to Tennessee's defensive efficiency, right? 37%. Now, these numbers that the big boss daddy college football computer spits out are versus an average team in the FBS, right? A 4-4, 5-5 team, 6-6, right? So this is not even against an elite team. This is an average team. So you would think that Tennessee, which may not be elite yet, they do have an elite offense, okay? Combined, they don't have an elite team because they're lagging in the defensive department. But these guys here, they got crap for offense. Now, I don't know, and I don't know. I don't know whether it's because we have pedestrian players on defense, or is it because Tony Banks is a pedestrian defensive coordinator? My guess is that maybe it is a combination of both, and I want to throw that out there. Tell me what you think. What do you see? How do you not stop that quarterback? After he runs for 50 yards or so in the first half, you might want to put a spy on the guy. I see, when I was playing sports, if somebody is beating you, you put somebody on that guy so that they stop beating you. And if you can't stop them, then you put 2 guys on that guy, right? It's so frustrating. And I really don't know what the problem is on that defensive side of the ball. I just don't know. Haven't said hello to a couple of people. Did I say hello to Rando? Rando's in Ireland? Yeah, she is. Jonathan Lawson, thank you for showing up. Remander, thank you for showing up. You guys have been very supportive. I appreciate you. And now that we have things rolling here, my intention is to do a pregame and a postgame after each of the remaining games. Remander says, I'm giving Banks the benefit of the doubt. Our secondary has been suspect all year. I think they can only get better. Dirty Higgins is in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Go Big Orange, Dirty. Thank you for showing up, my brother. I appreciate you. Obviously, big day. Dirty, 66-24. We have avenge the loss in terms of ego and self-respect. It's going to be hard denying Tennessee that spot once Texas beats TCU tonight. Right now, I'm hoping they are. You know what? Let's look at the TCU Texas number, shall we? Let's look at that again. That's not the one I want. I think I have it on my other computer. By the way, just so you guys know, this is what I will be doing for the remainder of the season, is focusing on the teams that are in the college football playoff hunt. All right, so today, obviously, we had Tennessee and Missouri. In terms of focusing on the analytics of it, right? TCU and Texas. Texas is down at 18. Alabama and Ole Miss, which is at 11. And we'll look at those here to see what we have to get done. TCU, Texas, Tennessee, Missouri, Oregon, Washington. I'm gonna do that as well a little bit later. I think they play late tonight. I would like to see Washington beat those guys. I would. I don't know whether they can or not. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen the numbers yet. But let's look at TCU, Texas. Let me clear this stuff here. Boom, 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 boom. And I rearranged my my analytics model after I did this, so it looks a tiny little bit different from in the future. They will look like this with letters that you can see, and there's the Bama Ole Miss game. We'll go over that here in a second. But understand this. Here is, grab this. Here's the TCU and Texas game that is tonight. We really would be happy campers if Texas can beat TCU tonight. Okay. So, but they are a 5-point favorite according to this metric. And this metric is correct 75% of the time over history. Over, 15 years or so. And they have a 62% chance of winning. I think this number right here is too much. I think it's closer to this, or even a 3-point game, or even an overtime game. As we look at the points scored, it comes out to 36-36. Okay? So, yeah. But the reason I like Texas is, number one, I like them because I want them to win, which is a stupid reason to like any team. But the index, this number passes the sniff test. It's the common opponents. They're pretty equal on the common opponents. And the strength of schedule, Texas has the advantage on that. And plus, it's just a super big game atmosphere there at Texas. And, you know, that's very similar to Tennessee at Neyland Stadium. There are several places you don't want to play. Okay, you don't want to play at Neyland Stadium. It's the toughest in the world, in the country, to play. Same thing with Alabama, their stadium. Same thing with Georgia, their stadium. Same thing with Texas, their stadium, and so on and so on. So. And there's probably 10 or 12 of those stadiums around the country that are just brutal to play in if you have to win a game, right? So this is what I'm looking for, and I'm looking for a I'm not predicting this. I am hoping for this, right? Because here's the number right here, 36 and 36. Just like we're looking at the Missouri game, look at that number, 52-15. And when the score was actually 66-24. These numbers can get pretty accurate. Okay. Here's another one that let me just see if you got any comments about any of that. Dare I say, roll tide. Reminder, 100%. Dirty says, I'm glad I made back the money I lost from the Georgia game. Oh, yeah. I feel you, brother. I feel you. No score in Alabama. Okay, thank you very much. Let's see. Bama, looking pedestrian. Bama, could hold them fourth down the red zone. Oh, did they hold them in the red zone? Wow, good for them. Well, let me show you why. Let's look at this guy here. Let's go to the Bama game. All right. So the power rating gives me a 13-point advantage that Bama should have over Ole Miss. Right? Now, you always have to adjust this power rating because it's never quite pure. So you have to find ways to adjust it, right? But as I look at this, I don't see any way or any flag that is significant to tell me that Ole Miss is going to win this game. I think Ole Miss is going to walk out of here with an 8-2 record. I think they're going to lose. And that's the whole point, is to get rid of the one-loss teams, right? I want it down to one-loss team. And I want Tennessee to score 500 points in the next two games. Who's with me on that, by the way? So their overall efficiency, Alabama has the advantage there. But here is where they have a real advantage, is the offensive efficiency versus Ole Miss's defensive efficiency. It's really hard to say. I have appliances in my mouth, so it's really hard for me to say. So when we look at the score, though, even though they have a power rating of 13, they're on the road, so automatically we're going to knock off 3 points there just because they're on the road. So let's say the power rating is 10. They should beat them by 10 points, right? And then when I look at the score, look what it is. It's a field goal, right? It's a field goal. But see, that's confusing to me because when I look at this right here, the offensive matchup of Bama versus the defensive matchup of Ole Miss, it just seems like Ole Miss is not going to be able to keep up. That's what it seems like to me. And then you look at the reverse of that, the Ole Miss offense versus the defense of Bama. It's kind of a push, right? And the special teams is just a small advantage for Ole Miss. So here we have a 3-point advantage for Bama. The line is 11.5, right? Which is less than this adjusted number here. I think taking an 11.5, as a matter of fact, let's see what it is, what it went off as anyway. Hang on a sec. Hoping y'all can see all this. Where are you? Where are you, Alabama? Boom. Hang on, bear with me. That's South Alabama. Well, actually, one of you, if you don't mind, just to save time here, I don't want to waste your time. One of you just kind of look it up, go to Vegas Insider and see what it went off at. Let's see. Home field advantage in college football, major factor. Yeah, it is, particularly in those several stadiums that I mentioned. Ole Miss driving well, though. Yes, they're the better team so far. What about the O record for Tennessee against the 13th-ranked D in the country? I will show you that. And yes, Rob Davis, thank you for showing up. I appreciate you. Milton looked fabulous, didn't he? And we were just talking about that earlier. Somebody said, well, I hope he comes back. I mean, I'm just going to tell you right now, they're going to put an NIL deal for him to come back. And it's going to be pretty interesting, I think. So I think he'll come back because he's got no he's got no real prospects right now to go into the pros, maybe in the last round. But if he comes back to Tennessee and has a showcase like Hendon Hooker did this year, he will be in a much better position to go pro than he would be if he came out pro now. And deservedly so, because he has become a quarterback under the watchful tutelage of Josh Heupel. What was somebody asked me something? What do you want? Oh, do you want to? What do you want? Let me go back and see. Watching home field advantage. Blah, blah, blah. What about the O record for Tennessee against the 13 ranked D? Yeah, I can show you that, Remander. Here you go, buddy. So here that is. I was showing you that a minute ago. It was the offensive you know what I'm saying? The offensive efficiency for Tennessee is 88.5, right? So, and the defensive efficiency is 77, which is an 11% advantage of efficiency, offense to defense, right? Given the players. And that was my comment a couple days ago when I did this analysis originally, is that 77 is pretty good. They're 13th in the country, right? So, and they were annoying. They stopped us at times, and that was my comment the other day. They're not going to shut us down, but they're going to stop us doing a couple of things that we wanted to do and not score and cause us to have to punt the ball away and that sort of thing. But that only happened for the first half. They just could no longer sustain that excellent job that they had done. Touchdown Ole Miss. Damn it, Jim. Let me go over here and just see. Let me just go see. Yeah, commercial. So what I expect to see from Ole Miss is, or Alabama in particular, I think that Ole Miss will succumb to the Alabama output. I mean, Bryce Young, quarterback, is still, in my opinion, the best quarterback in the country. Okay, I mean, he is the reigning Heisman champion, and he is the best. And I think he's gonna do well in this game, right? I'd like to have him on my side, right, as opposed to the Ole Miss guy. Boom. Yep. Boom, boom. All right, let me get back to here and see where we are. Yes, thank you for reminding me that. Hit the like on the way out. Appreciate it. Appreciate you guys coming in, popping in. Milton looked good. Land Sharks, touchdown Ole Miss. I'm still surprised they set a Tennessee offensive output record in this game. You know, I'm not. It's the best offense in college football. I don't care what anybody says. I got to go. But wanted to come celebrate with you, Rockett. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Go Big Orange. Vol for life, Dirty. Thank you, my brother. Ole Miss is looking motivated, and Alabama looks flat. Well, it happens. Sure does. Let's just pop over here and see. She's my favorite Alabama player. Just saying. Can you believe Vanderbilt went to Kentucky and beat their ass today? Unbelievable. Wow. That was surprising. You watch this quarterback here. Now, I love my Hendon Hooker. Don't get me wrong. Oops. What's up with the defense? Man, they're pretty motivated. Look at that. Them in their powder blue outfits. I wonder if they wear powder blue jocks to go along with that, or do they go with the pink ones? I can't stand Ole Miss. Actually, I like Ole Miss. I can't stand Lane Kiffin, their coach. And I really shouldn't put my animus toward those young men when my animus deservedly needs to fall right on the shoulders of Lane Kiss My Assfin. Come on. I'll watch this guy get out of this and watch him get. Yeah, I'm just going to run. I'll go get my first down this way. Almost. 3rd and 15. Uh-oh. What you going to do, coach? What you going to do, coach? 4th and 1. Now, I guess that some of you are watching it on TV and I'm watching it on the internet. And so I've probably got a lag here. But I'm going to just stay and see this one more game. One more down, because I'm sure he's going to go for it. Because that is just what Coach Saban does. Oh, wow. Are you kidding me? What the hell? He snapped the ball while they were while they were shifting. That's un-American. You can't do that. The hell, man? Unbelievable. So now, who's the flag on? It's got to be on them, because you can't have two people shifting at the same time. That's called, what's it called? Backfield emotion. Well, that's what it used to be called. It's not called that anymore. It's called illegal shift now. Okay, my lovely little cupcakes, I appreciate you being here. Reminder, he is going to retire soon. I'm saying 2 years and it's over. It's done. And celebrate his career. But, yeah, he's going to move on, I think. Okay, I want to thank you all for popping in. And be sure you like and share, and I will. Who knows when I'll pop in again? I'm gonna put up a. Well, I'm not going to commit to that. I'm definitely going to run the game though tonight on Oregon and Washington. I want to see what Oregon looks like in that game and the analytics. I thank you for being here. I am very proud of our Vols, and I appreciate you supporting this channel. Thank you very much. Thank each and every one.